The Natur and Byth partnership is Wales's flagship species recovery project. It unites 9 environmental charities with Natural Resources Wales to deliver the country's largest natural heritage and outreach programme to save species from extinction and reconnect people to nature. We invited artists, makers, designers and other creatives with a collaborative and participatory approach and an interest in communicating wider ecological issues to undertake associate artist residencies as part of the Natur and Byth Arts Engagement Programme. The aim of the artist residency programme was to rethink the way we see species. Nature has an amazing, well-documented ability to help us heal and lift our feelings of physical and mental well-being. In creative activities and mini projects, the artists worked with audiences, specifically targeting those with low physical and/or mental well-being, to tell the fascinating stories of our most vulnerable species through arts and culture.
Fi'n creu ffenest gwydr lliw. Dyma fath o cerflun sydd wedi cael ei ysbrydoli gan lliwiau o'r sample ansawdd dŵr. Mae'n dibynnu ar faint o'r nitrad a'r ffosfad sydd yn y ddŵr. Mewn i'r ymchwil o'r hanes o'r taith pererindod oedd yn dilyn y ffynonau ar draws y llun. So rai o'r ymchwiliadau wedi wneud oedd wneud rhan o'r taith cerdded o'r pererindod ar draws y llun, cymryd sketches ar y ffordd, a just edrych ar y ffordd ma dŵr yn llifo, so rhoi drops o ddŵr ar darn o papur a gweld sut mae'r siap yn newid ar y tudalen. Sydd braidd yn edrych fel rhywbeth allan o eglwys, ond sydd hefyd bach yn edrych fel map.
For me, this project was really about community and about pulling people together and finding ways to connect through being in natural environments. I wanted to find a secretive species but also a secretive habitat, so I started looking at the fen-raft spider, and one of its habitats is Crumlin Bog. And Crumlin Bog is this area of Swansea that is really in the centre of the city, but nobody knows it's there. I was interested in it as a marginalised space, and for me I wanted to engage queer communities in that space, and so a marginalised group finding a marginalised place and then being held in that place and feeling belonging and safety and community felt really important to the narrative of the project.
One of the 10 briefs mentioned the idea of interviewing local people, which is something I have done. I do a lot in my work. So the art I've produced for this project lends itself to the theme of ecology in a way that it's highlighting the situation around the high brown fritillary butterfly, which has got its last colony in Wales at Old Castledown. I interviewed the people most closely related to the project, the volunteers, the commoners and the ecologists there, and used their words to create lyrics for a song which has been composed by Welsh composer Emma Diamond-Thomas. And the song is a clarion call for the high brown fritillary butterfly. The song has a very tragic start, but it moves through a middle part where a resolution is found and it ends on a hopeful note. And I think hope is what people are looking for, but it's also an imagining of another future where we do make the right decisions and we can come together and focus on nature.
Nes I ddewis I wneud gwaith yn benodol o'n gweithio efo pobl ifanc a cael mewn i ysgolion, oherwydd nid yn unig mae'r rhan o'n gwaith i fel artist i bod yn blynyddoedd dwytha gwneud gwaith celf, ond hefyd hwyluso sesiynau. Mae bob tro y cyfle i weithio efo pobl ifanc yn arbennig, a mae ffordd maen nhw'n edrych ar gelf, ac hefyd yn brosiect yma'n edrych ar byd natur mor ysbrydoledig a maen nhw'n gymaint egni. Dwi'n meddwl mae celf yn bwysig iawn i brosiectau fel Natur am Byth. Oherwydd lot o weithiau pan ni'n edrych ar allan rhywiogaethau prin neu byd natur, da ni'n cael allan lot o ffigurau, a mae'n anodd iawn weithiau i gysylltu efo ffigurau, felly mae celf yn rhoi'r cyfle yna i bobl gysylltu yn emosiynol efo'r rhywiogaethau. Oherwydd os da ni'n gweld darn o gelf neu'n clywed sŵn neu yn profi ffilm amdan yr rhywogaeth, da ni efo cyfle lot mwy gysylltu efo ar lefel personol yn hytrach na clywed amdano nhw neu darllen nhw fel y pethau yma sy'n bell i ffwrdd. Oherwydd go iawn maen nhw o gwmpas ni yn cynefin ni, a fel arfer jyst lawr y lôn i ni.
Film and digital processes has really enabled me to interrogate some important issues with this project. And the art film, When Sally Met Sally, straddles between scientific reports explaining the significance and importance of the stonefly and the story of Sally. This interchange between fiction and reality offered scope for creative interventions with community members. The workshops included dance performances, film presentations, painting, drawings, discussion, and then shared memories. A main focus of discussion with the members of the Rainbow community was about isolation and invisibility leading to loneliness in old age.
Mae cael dod allan i lefydd gwych yma fel Corslyga, cael profi'r natur, a wedyn cael defnyddio hwnna wedyn i greu gwaith efo pobl ifanc a creu gweithiau celf, mae o'n anhygoel a dwi'n lwcus iawn yn gael fo'n swydd.
Well, we're made of nature, we come from nature, I think we belong to nature, and to be part of that process is good for my soul. I hope my art will help highlight the situation around depleting nature.
To work closely with environmental experts to unveil some of the world's ecological and environmental mysteries, I believed would not only be fascinating, but a special privilege, and it has been.
If we don't have initiatives like these, I think the subject will be ending up at the bottom of the list, and we would deprive ourselves of a chance of making a positive change.
When you invite artists to explain things in a different way and encourage engagement in a different way, it makes it physical, it makes it real, and it makes it maybe potentially more digestible. And I think that then encourages engagement, which will encourage care and a want to protect some of these spaces and species.